Welcome back. All right, I got a new setting on the music. You guys got to let me know if this is tolerably loud, or too soft. And I will adjust accordingly. All right, it's been a pretty good day. Hope everybody's been having a good weekend. Let me find out who is in the room with us. Courtney first. You're awesome. Courtney is in the chat first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Michael, what's up, dude? Good evening to all. Christopher Bouchard in the house with us. Well, hello there. Our resident Jedi Master indeed. Kevin, what's up, dude? First is always the best. Cool. Canalbury in the house. Bring on the ketchup. Indeed, we've got a lot of catching up to do. I was really looking at some of the. Taking a good look at some of the shelves and some of the drawers that we have to catch up on, and it is quite. It's quite a lot to catch up on. We're going to be spending the summer doing this, but it's all good. We're catching up on cool artwork that actually belongs to all you guys, and I'm still finding some things in the back room that we can have some auction fun still at the end of the evening. So that's fun. Courtney saying hello to everybody. Very, very cool. Ken Albury says, hey, back to Courtney. Very cool. Ken, what's up, dude? Evening, gents. What an egg. Quick, smash it. But I wonder, would it taste good? Scrambled. It reminds me of that big egg that the Jawas always go after. I do like the fact that we got the Charlie Brown. Now, I did have to, obviously, I got to censor some things. But that's par for the course when you come hang out at the Weekly Mouse. Ken Albury says hello to Ken Prime. Excellent. Omega, what's up? And not Beta, LOL. Let's see, Kevin says, if you look at that 143 upside down, you get, is she Canadian? Bill has things in the back rooms. I hope nothing gets lost in there. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually really happy. We actually do have a decent back room now for our book library, for selling stuff, and our shipping table and all that good stuff, boxes and stuffing and all that good stuff. So trying to be more organized, trying to step up our game, as it were. So these are some of the pieces that we're going to be doing a little bit of work on tonight. Of course, all these pieces belong to you guys. So this is from a while back. A lot of them are from a while back. So let's not be surprised. The nerve to be surprised. But obviously this was probably from not this past Easter, but the Easter before. So we might be talking about a year ago. So we need to catch up on this stuff. So I got you censored up here. This part is actually all done up here, but we do have to do some work down here, get this alien all finished up. And you can see what era it was because we had the banana duct tape into a hidden area. We've got a piece that belongs to Maurice. Obviously, this is themed out to be St. Patty's Day from the pub. So we've got Nero and we've got Scribe on there. I was supposed to finish your piece this past week. So since I didn't, we're going to work on it here live. So we're going to make sure that we get this done this weekend. Holy smokes. So many things get in the way of finishing each of the pieces. And then this one, let me see. I believe, no, this is Chris. This is Chris Dehan's piece. We had a fun Harley Quinn situation going on here. So this is what we're working on tonight. So first, I'm going to work on a little bit of Easter. Then we're going to work on Christopher's piece next. And then we'll work on Harley for a little bit. And then we'll work on St. Patty's Day for a little bit. So that's going to be the order of operations for the evening tonight. Ken says he needs to keep it anchored. I know, right? I should. I absolutely should. Got myself a little bottle of water so I can stay hydrated. Make sure I got the camera set up here. It's time to clone Bill. I know that's just about where it is. But that's okay. You guys make my life possible, and this is what I live for. So I am nothing but grateful and happy. Thankfully, you guys are patient. So thank you for that. So I'll warm up a little bit by filling in some of this area up here, so that way we can get this aliens Easter situation taken care of. Let me see, where's my marker at? All right. Courtney says maybe chain him to his desk. That is actually the secondary option. Yes. That is what's going to happen next. But it's all good. It's going to be a fun summer. We're going to watch all this stuff get caught up and get brought to life. And I could not be happier. And then after the summer, we're going to start with a nice clean slate. Let me see, make sure my head doesn't get in the way of the camera. Now, a lot of the other things that were slowing down my week, but still doing things that I love to do and things that are part of what everything here is all about. I'm doing interior pages for the new Zen Intergalactic Ninja Bounty Wars miniseries. So that's a bit of what I've been working on during the week. We do have a Kickstarter going on for anybody who is watching this show a little bit later. Maybe you don't catch our episodes live. This marker's getting a little dry. Let me get myself another one here. All right, good. Yeah, the link is in the description if you would like to check out my newest Kickstarter. Been drawing Zen for, dear God, 33 years. I have been drawing Zen for the grateful public who allows me to do these things. And the latest Zen actually is a crossover with our own Mira X. So I'm happy about that. And here's the thing, it's like everything I'm saying right now is obviously for people that are watching the episode a little bit later, because I think everybody that I see in the room with us right now, you guys have already backed because you're awesome, because you support the Mouse House. Get some nice little drop shadows and stuff in here. I always love drawing these aliens, dude. They're always fun. I can't help myself. I'll get a different kind of brush for the other parts that are inside there. All those little neck doohickeys. Yeah, I've been working on Zen Bounty Wars, guest starring Mira X. Been working on that. Also getting ready for, I don't know if anybody is on the East Coast, but if you happen to be close to Ocean City, Maryland, Cat Mouse and I are going to be doing a convention next weekend. It's going to be on the 18th and 19th in Ocean City, Maryland. That's where we're going to be, and that's where we are. And I'm really looking forward to it. Get out of the studio for a weekend. go see the world for a couple minutes, and then I shall return. Let's see, I need to get my brush. Let me get my brush. Let's see, Courtney says, that's a cool wide marker. I love these markers. I actually saw, one of the first people I saw using these kind of markers was actually Olivia. She does a lot of pinup art. A lot of people are familiar with Olivia. She's at the top of her game. But once I saw that Copic made these super wide markers, oh yeah, I love these things. And then I could refill them, so it's like as soon as they start drying out, I'll dump some more ink in there, and away I go. Yeah, these things are awesome. I love them. Kevin says, all I hear now is chain of fools. Paul, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us. Let's see. Paul says, hey, all, have a good show. Feeling sick and gonna rest. See you next week. Oh, dude, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. Yeah, man, rest up, dude. It catches up to us all eventually. We all got to take a little break. So yeah, everybody wish Paul a get well in the chat. I think that would be awesome. Paul is one of us, man. Paul, definitely, man. Feel better soon, dude. I know how it is when it catches up. Get better. Have a restful weekend. Build up your strength. Activate your healing factor. And hopefully next time we're on the show, you will give us good report that you are feeling better, my friend. But thanks so much for checking in, man. I do appreciate that. I'm glad you let us know how you're feeling and stuff, because we got a good group here. I think everybody here actually good friends. You know, it's like I think of people that support me, the artwork and stuff like that. We're friends, dude. And that's what I like about our group. Shadows and little shapes and stuff inside this alien's body. Look up at the screen every now and then, make sure I'm still in. Oh, look at that! I'm drifting away. Here we go. Get a little closer here. Let me see what I'm doing a little bit better. We'll work on this one for a little bit, and then we'll jump into Christopher's piece. Get some more ink on our Julie Strain image. Love that heavy metal vibe. Some more of these little shapes in here, and I'll jump back into the chat and see what you guys are up to. I don't want to fall behind. Cool. That's looking good. I like that we added the little jar of Tang down here. Hey, how appropriate! We just had astronauts touchdown, and we got a jar of Tang to drink the astronauts drink. Kevin says he shall return. Hello, MacArthur. Courtney's saying feel better, Paul. Very, very cool. Get better, Paul, says Kevin. I hope you don't contract a zombie virus. Michael says, get well. Excellent, excellent. Ken is saying, feel better, buddy. Excellent. Let's see, one of us. One of us. It's not a pod, I promise. Yeah, I feel like I could trust everybody here to not hide the zombie bite. So let us know. Let us know you're not feeling right. There we go. Make sure do this on camera. That'd be helpful, wouldn't that? There we go. Yeah, right on the edge of the whole table. There you go. Now, yeah, look at that. There we go. The most important part of the whole piece. This little tube right down here. Without this, the whole thing falls apart. Has no theme. There we go. Bring that over here. It's all these little extras sometimes that makes it feel more legit. Gotta have it. Without it, what do you have? You got nothing. That's looking better. There you go. I got him drooling all over the tang. He wants the tang. All right, let me get a smaller pen for this little bit here. Let me see what you guys are up to real quick here. Kevin saying, touchdown off of San Diego, and the pilot is from Ramona. That is so cool, dude. Yeah, Kat and I, we actually got a chance to watch it live while it was coming down. It was very cool. I don't know how difficult it is to actually keep the camera trained on something that small. I hope they had some freaking assist with that, some kind of mechanical assist. But it was really cool to see it actually falling and seeing the parachutes deploy and all that stuff. That was dope. That was pretty dope. Totally agree, Courtney. Yeah, super impressive. Super impressive. I want to see like 1,000 more pictures now. All right, let's see. So we get the little Tang logo up in here. The drink of the astronauts. Oh, I suppose I'll let everybody know what we're going to be auctioning off later on, in case anybody wants to bid on something. We do have like a little bit of something. But I gotta get this Tang lettering in here first. Gotta make it look cool. claws in here. I always like dry dog. They're therapeutic. I don't know what it is. There we go. So I noticed there's a couple of shows to watch now. There's a new season of Daredevil. There's also, let's see. You know, Kat got me watching a show called Digital Circus. I don't know if you guys have seen Digital Circus, but it's a very surprising little show. Had no idea that I would like this show. By every metric, it should not be on my radar as a show that I would watch. But for some reason, it's actually kind of a dark, convoluted show. With some dark themes in it. It looks like a kid's show when you first look at it. But it is kind of not. If I was going to recommend a show right now, I think I would recommend something more along the lines of Mr. In Between. I think that's a show I just started checking out lately. When my body gets too tired and it's too late at night to draw more pictures, I started checking out Mr. In Between. Let's see, Ken Albury says, what brand pen is that? Let's see, also, which hand are you using to draw? I'm using the right hand. I'm a right-handed individual. As far as like what kind of pens I use, yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you which kinds of pens I use. And if anybody checks out my wedding registrar, you can buy me boxes of these Faber-Castell pit pens. They're just called pit pens, but they come in different sizes. So there's like this F size, which they say is fine, but it's actually the bigger one. They make a super fine or a small. They make like a bullet point, which is kind of a felt tip, big thick version of it. I use a couple different pens. There's these Pentel brush pens. I really like these. All the pens that I use, I started messing with them because I was looking for things that were Copic safe, because there are a lot of times that I'll draw commissions and I will have to color them with Copic markers or acrylic paint or something like that. So all the markers that I use and all the ink that I use typically has to be safe with Copic markers when I'm adding some color, just in case I ever have to add color to it in the future or somebody asks me. There's also these Pentel sign pens. It's a smaller pen, but it's got kind of like the felt tip. It acts like a brush. So you can get like little fine details, but it kind of behaves a little bit more like a brush. And of course, Courtney mentioned about these wide markers. These are the bomb right here. These are great. And you could pop, basically you could pop this chisel tip. You can pull it right out, you can fill it with ink and stick that thing back under and keep on running. So those are those are the go-tos as far as my usual suspects of pens. Here you go. I found a reason to use the sign pen now. Yeah, the sign pen is really useful. The brush pen and the sign pen, I use them together because they both get that little brush. They behave like brushes, but the sign pen is much smaller, and this brush pen is kind of a medium size, a little bit more chunky. And that way I can get fine details, and I can also get like thicker lines and stuff like that when I need them. But yeah, thanks for asking, dude. I always like finding out what tools other artists are using. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a little bit more on this one before we move on. I figured I set aside about a half hour or so, I think, for each one of these. So that way we can put a little bit of work on all of them. Let's see, Kevin says, all that is missing here is Bugs Bunny saying, monsters are such interesting people. That was a horrible impression of Bugs Bunny, by the way. Sorry I read that wrong. I know. Hey, that's the middle hand. Hey, Maurice, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Saying hello, everyone. A little late, but I was out playing with the boys. All good, dude. All good. Actually, one of the pieces that we're working on tonight is going to be your piece. We're actually putting some ink on your artwork tonight as part of our catch-up episodes. Fun. Yeah, I figure I'll put a little bit more ink on this one, and then yeah, I can show you guys what I've brought tonight for the auction. For the auction portion of the evening, so that way we still have some auction fun. So I'll bring that out when as soon as I'm in between, Mr. In Between. As soon as I'm in between this piece and the next one, I think that'll be fun. Got this boy coming out of a vent here. Yeah, this one's pretty close to being there, you know? Let me see here. Sometimes I like to add the highlights on top of the black. So that way I'm not drawing around the blacks to get the highlight. Let me just touch this up here. And there you go. There's another tool. The Presto Whiteout Pen by Pentel. Almost everything I have is Pentel except for the Pitt pens. That's funny. But for the most part, Pentel has been very dependable in the Copic department. So that's one of the most important things about me choosing certain tools to work with. I got the banana. Gotta get the banana. Yeah, the tools that I have, they got to play well with Copics, or else I can't use them as often. I do love just using a regular brush, dipping it in ink. That is the old school way of doing it. But unfortunately, like regular India ink, the Copic markers tend to melt a little bit with the regular ink, so I can't really use like a real brush. Or at least the ink that I've got has melted. It melts it or it smears it. Granted, these inks are not like 100% safe. I still got to be careful, but these are the best ones so far. They're the safest thus yet. If that's it. Is that English? Is that how you phrase that? I'm an English major. I've been speaking English all my life. You think I'd be sure about a couple of things? There we go. Well, let me at least make sure that her cool heels here are colored in. All right, let me pull back here a little bit. You guys can see that's the progress we've made on Ken's piece here. And we're making good progress, man. It's not going to be next Easter by the time this thing is finished. Guarantee. Let's see, Kevin says, planning on how to best kill Homelander, are you? Oh, that's right. There's a new season of that out too. Crap, there's a few things to watch. There's a few things to watch. But I can't watch TV until I'm like too tired to draw. So, and then I fall asleep. So I must draw first. Ken is saying hey to Mo. Very, very cool. He's saying, oh, what do you mean? The Boys, dude. The Boys. The Boys is on Prime. It's the final season too. The last season of The Boys. Everybody's saying hello. Very cool. Ken says the best jokes are the ones you have to explain. Right, Kevin? Playing with the Boys. There you go. It's on Prime Video, yo. Let's see. I forget. He's way up there. Interest is probably something fancy. Streaming is unheard of. Has anybody else seen Mr. In Between? This is a diamond in the rough, this show. And I think there's like 3 seasons of it out there. Well, anyways, I'll be watching Mr. In Between. I'm going to try to catch The Boys, too. I'll probably have to do a little bit of both. They're not dropping like all the episodes of Daredevil, so I guess I have plenty of time to watch Daredevil. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Kevin says, I forget. Oh, no. That's what I just read. There you go. I started talking. See? Marie says, I was actually walking around the neighborhood and playing Pokemon Go because they chose that to do. Who am I to refuse my kids? Nah, man. Be a good dad, dude. Be a good dad. I tell you, man, Cat has me doing all kinds of stuff, man. It's like I would have never seen SpongeBob if it wasn't for Cat. And that actually would have been a tragedy. I enjoy the SpongeBob and all different kind of games she plays and movies we've gone to and all that stuff. Yeah, man. Being a dad's good. Good thing, man. You got to be good to your kids. Oh, I didn't read the thing. Pokemon Go is still a thing. Kevin says, "Oh, those boys, not the boys, but I dare think you might make a good Carl Urban." Yes, it is. It is. That's a sweet ink work you have going there, Bill. Thank you, dude. Yeah, this is Ken's piece. Got this Easter theme going on. We're actually moving on from this one. And we're moving into Christopher Bouchard's artwork. So we can make some progress on this. I've got to get this one done. I was supposed to be done with this one this past week. So this one, I have to make sure I finish it this weekend. So we're gonna add some ink to that one. You might recognize this one, Mo. This one actually belongs to you. This one's coming up. We're gonna work on this one a little bit tonight too. And then we're also gonna work on Chris Dehan's piece. He's got this cool Harley Quinn piece, which might have been, considering that there's a box of chocolates down on the bottom here, this might have been a Valentine's thing. So we're going to work on Christopher's first for a little bit. We got some armor and things to work on. Some of the parts in the middle I can't ink because it's going to be not safe for work, and I can't ink on top of the post-it notes if I have to put post-it notes. So we're going to make some good progress on this. And and then when I'm done with this one, I'm definitely going to be posting this one up on the Patreon page. As with all of them. Let's see, Maurice is also saying, let's see, I could probably pull it off as I am Canadian. Our good friends in Canada. Thank you, my man. Night Phoenix, what's up, dude? What's up, Nate? Let's see, I watched 2 episodes of The Boys earlier today. I hope it's good, dude. It's like, I've been looking forward to it. I want to finish out the series. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight, dude. Let's see, Maurice says the new Mall Shadow Lord. Oh, crap. I totally forgot that was coming out, too. Damn it. There's a lot of stuff to watch. Yeah, I saw a preview for Mall Shadow Lord. It does look really good. It does look really good. I don't know if they have all the episodes up. Are they streaming like like an episode a week, or did they drop the whole thing? I wonder. Let's see. I'll start working on Julie here while we get an update on Shadow Lord. Gotta get Julie Strain done this weekend, I mean. Have to honor Julie, have to honor the Beasley. Can you imagine his paint on top of this? Oh man, he would kill it. I love Beasley's artwork. Let's see, we get some little details up in here. Make sure she's holding this here knife. She's so rock and roll in this thing. Super fun to draw. All right, let me get a different pen for these parts. There's always a right pen for the job. Depends on what you need. There we go. She's gonna put some shrimp on the barbie. All right, let me see what you guys are talking about here. Let me make sure I don't fall behind here. Maurice is saying just 2 at a time, and the finale will be on May the 4th. Ah, that's nice timing. That's pretty nice. I'll give him an extra point for doing it like that. That's pretty good. 2 at a time is actually pretty. That's all right. That's super doable. I think this is where Dave Filoni brings Darth Talon into canon. Ooh, that would be interesting. Ken says that costume is straining to keep the boobs covered. Yes. And the Academy Award for the most amount of strain goes to these straps. Yeah, I like the way that they draw. It's just so Mad Max and so freaking rock and roll, right? It's like everything is so like dinged up and like kind of like mashed together and stuff. I love it. Oh, I forgot to show you guys what we're going to be auctioning off tonight. I got excited. I wanted to start working on Julie. Here, we'll take a little break. I'll show you guys real quick. Get these little joints in here first. Nice. I want to make it look like her gauntlets and stuff are just made from like 10 different things, you know? Like all strapped together and bolted. Let's see, Ken is saying seeing those arm blades make me want a Nira Razor crossover. Ooh, that would be a good little wheelhouse right there. Maurice is saying it actually has me thinking Witchblade. Yeah, yep. You guys know how I think. You guys see. Yeah, Kevin is saying that would be a nice combination of the breast bad girls. That'd be so nice. Speaking of breast bad girls, let me show you guys what we're auctioning off tonight. Just so you guys know what's coming up later. I've got 3 things. I've got 2 of them are pages from Nira X Dark Seas. So I got a couple of good pages to pick out that have Nira X in them, plus some cool mermaid battle action. So I've got page 15 from issue 3, and I've also got this cool pose with Nira. It's from page 4 from issue 3. So I've got these 2 pages are going to be up for auctioning off tonight, and I got this here crazy piece, a little bit more exaggerated, a little bit more fisheye lens, and I had to censor it, of course, but you know, it's one of those things. But it's a cool, crazy piece. I like doing something kind of nuts and kind of out there a little bit. So these are the 3 pieces that we'll be auctioning off at the end of the episode, as we return to our regularly scheduled Julie Strain. Let's see. Let me get this pen. I can only ink part of their signature costume here. It's going to be a very cool, not safe for work. There's going to be, and you'll see how everything comes out when I post it up on the Patreon page. That'll be very cool. Let's see. Nate says, "I know what I'm going for." Awesome, dude. Yeah, I've got more pieces. I gotta look through my archive in the back. So I want to make sure that the pieces that I pick out are things that are already finished, are ready to go. So that way we can continue with the catch-up episodes. Now, I'm glad you saw what you like, dude. That's cool. That's cool. Kevin says, "She-Hulk, what happened to you?" You can call me the amazing She-Bulk. Yeah, man, she's thick. She's thick. Ken says, I was going to ask you, I noticed that my original pages of comic art have your signature on them, but the published pages don't. Do you digitally remove them? And if so, how do you do it back in the 90s? Here's the thing. Typically, interior pages are never signed. Unless, like, sometimes across the top, where it says, like, the issue number. Or sometimes they're signed on the back. Because a lot of times, if there's no information on the front of the page, depending on what kind of paper you end up using, because some paper is like pre-printed, like blue lines on the front, so you get some of that information on the front. But I like using paper that does not have the blue line already printed. So a lot of times I'll write that information on the back. But interior pages typically are not signed. So a lot of times what I'm doing is I'm literally signing them for the person who picks them up at the time. So even if if I have the interior pages at a show, I'll sign them on the spot for the person who's buying them at a show. Or in this case, when you're picking up original pages that are from the interior of the book, I sign them when they're actually purchased, when they're actually collected. So I typically don't sign them ahead of time. So I'm not digitally removing the signature like afterwards. It's like I'm signing them afterwards. But that's a good question, dude. That's like an excellent question. There we go. Yeah. Can't say so. Well, that makes sense. But it's cool though. It's an excellent question because like people don't know, and then different artists do things differently from each other too. So there are some artists out there that sign things as they do them, and for covers and single pieces and things like that. Those types of things I always sign, when they're complete. But interior pages just traditionally they don't get signed unless somebody is requesting it, or unless like me, it's a habit that I have that I'll sign it when somebody actually collects it in the moment. But it's true though. A lot of artists, everybody does things a little bit different. It just depends on what their habits are, what their thing is. I always like the design of this bottom with just like the ring with the straps coming out. It's pretty cool. They did a good job with that. That was a good way to go. One ring to rule them all. Yeah, we still got about 10 more minutes to spend on this one as far as like on the show. I definitely have to finish this one this weekend because that was my goal. My goal was actually to finish last week. Let's see here. Let's see. Ken says if we're going for a Nira Razor crossover, the art style you used at Avatar would be nice. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Christopher says artwork looking fantastic. Bill, can't wait to get it. Awesome, dude. I'm so glad you like it, dude. I have been loving working on this piece for you, dude. Cool glove. She's got a big glove on this hand. We gotta get some more details on her sword. It'll slice, dice, and julienne fries. She means business with this here sword. She's not here to mess around. Let's see. I like to have some of the details stand out a little bit, so you help it along with some white paint here. It's amazing what you could do with a whiteout pen, my friends. I'm telling you, very convenient. I see Maurice is asking for any new updates from Club Corrupt #2. Actually, good news on Club Corrupt 2's front, which is we just recently did get the books from the printer. So I'm very happy about that, which means fairly soon I should be able to let everybody have the digital PDF version of the book. It was, I think it was scheduled to be shipped this month, so we're actually on time. I'm on time with something. I'm so happy with myself. So yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking good. I should be able to post an update to the actual campaign page here fairly soon, just to let everybody else know what's going on. But yeah, we barely got the books in. Just barely last couple of days, actually. I was signing and bagging and boarding some of the books and getting those ready for fulfillment. So very happy that we're at that stage now. So that's really good. I used to have a reputation of being on time and being really fast. So I'm working on strengthening that reputation once again. So yeah, thanks for asking about that, because it's nothing but good news on that front. So I'm very happy. The book came out really good. Very happy with the printer that we're using, and I'll be adding in some extra content into the digital PDF. And I'm finishing that up. I'm finishing it up this week, because since we already got the books in, I wanted to be sure that everything was ready to go. So just looking around for more content to add, and she'll be ready. There we go. That's about how far her hair is going to be flying out over there. Nice. Yeah, I'm so happy to have things that are actually on time. It's so good. It's a good feeling. So thank you everybody for being patient. Anytime anything runs behind schedule, that's not a good feeling. You don't want to have that feeling. I don't want to have that feeling. So it's nice to know that some things are on time. Very cool. Yeah, dude. I feel super good being able to say it. We've had projects in the past, like just they ran behind schedule. There's all kinds of things can go wrong with the production. Anything from the simple things like just the artwork, running late because art just takes a long time to do. But sometimes the things that make you run late are things that might be out of your control, like the printer might be running late, or shipping might have messed something up. Sometimes we get books from the printer, and sometimes we get maybe like a stack of damaged books. So then we have to wait for the printer to reprint those and make because definitely don't want to ship those out, right? So there's always something. There's always something that can go wrong. So very, very pleased when everything is going well. Can't ask for more than that. All right, so this is how Julie's looking for tonight. I'm gonna finish her tomorrow, dude, and I'm gonna get her posted on our Patreon page tomorrow in black and white form, and I'll be sending. Hey, Christopher, I'll be sending you a quick picture of what she looks like as soon as I get her all finished. So thanks, dude. Let's see, Maurice was also asking. I just thought I would ask because Kat's book is also printing too, I think. Yeah, she just received those too. I mean, completely different printer. She's taking care of her own production on her end. She's doing excellent with it. She's doing better than she helps me with my stuff. So she's got her things together. She's got her books. I believe they're still on the shelf, and she's scheduling herself so that she could sit down and sign and bag and board all of her things. Maybe sometime this week. We do have a show coming up at Ocean City at the end of next week. So I'll find out from her what her schedule is looking like. But yeah, super happy. Yeah, her first total solo book. It's called Magitans. It's our Entity Comics #1 issue of Magitans, and it looks fantastic. Looks really good. Ken Albury says, do you normally start Kickstarter campaigns before you have the book finished? That has been the process, yes, especially because we were very unsure whether or not the Kickstarter would be able to fund the book. So if we were to spend all of the time creating the book and then get into the hole financially, and then we're unsure, we're like very insecure about whether or not the Kickstarter will support the book, and then nobody's making their bills for the next 2 months. But I think we've gotten to the point now. I've gotten to the point now where I'm sort of halfway into a book when the campaign is going on, and my goal now moving forward, and hopefully I can start doing this with the next couple of campaigns. My goal is actually to have all of the line art and lettering done before the campaign even starts. And part of that is because, since we've done a few of these now, running the campaign by itself is another full-time job. So, and it's very, very time consuming to do, like, because you have to constantly be on social media, you have to constantly be posting and creating clip art and creating ads, and it just takes a lot of time. So working on the book and trying to finish the book and running the Kickstarter, it seems like I could cut my stress levels in half if the book was already finished, and just have faith in the book, have faith in the product, have faith in you guys, that you'll enjoy it and all that good stuff. So I think it's much better in the long run to have the book complete before you even start the campaign, as complete as you can get it, just because it removes so many other tasks while you're trying to promote it and run the Kickstarter and then do the fulfillment and ship everything out. Why add a full-time job on top of your full-time job, so. But yeah, that's the goal. That's a goal. But when we started, absolutely, yeah, we were kind of running it the way we were back in the old days, where the books were not complete. We're soliciting what the book was about, and then if we had enough orders, we knew the funding was coming in, and then we can pay everybody, to do what they were supposed to do to produce the book. It is riskier. It's a lot riskier by completing the project ahead of time, but it removes so many headaches, and I'm a lot more confident. I'm a lot more stress-free running the campaign, knowing that the book is complete. There's no hiccups. The only thing I got to do is, perhaps sketches or commissions, because sometimes we do those as a tier in the campaign. But removing the stress of actually drawing the book and coloring the book, at that point is a huge, it's a huge benefit. So it's like, it cannot be overstated. Christopher says, awesome, can't wait, dude. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to, yes, this weekend for sure, dude. We're almost done with her right now. It's like, so this is cool. I just got to finish some of the hair, finish some of the middle pieces, some of the armor. So you're going to see a picture of your completed piece tomorrow. Absolutely, that is 100% the plan. All right, let me grab the next piece. This one is actually Maurice's piece. Check it out, dude. From St. Patty's Day long ago. Here, let me drink a little bit of water here. Yeah, we're going to work on St. Patty's Day. And then to round out the evening, we've got Christopher Dehan's artwork that he won from a previous show. This is, of course, our Harley Quinn, and this has to have been a Valentine's Day theme that we were shooting for here. So this should be a lot of fun, and we'll see how far we get with these two tonight. I'm not expecting to finish them tonight, but little by little, we're getting caught up. We're making it happen. So. Ken Albury says, I see, that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, production, especially when the production falls on the shoulders of just a few people, or in the case of our studio, like one person, it's like, thank goodness that Kat is so efficient at coloring. She's way faster than I am. Coloring is possibly the thing that I do the slowest. So I'm really fast at penciling. I'm fairly okay speed wise on inking, but coloring takes me a long time. So if I color one page, Cat will probably color 4 pages in the time it takes me to color one. Ken also says, let's see, after the holiday issue, I don't think I will ever start a campaign before the book is complete again, but it's different when you're a one man team. Yeah, I totally understand. One man team over here. I had to have I had to wait 30 years. I had to wait 28 years for Cat to be old enough to start running half of the studio over here. Other than that, yeah, one man team. So it's like you have to be able to juggle things for sure. I feel your pain. I feel your agony. Night Phoenix says, not to mention the shipping. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, and the shipping is, setting everything up, packing everybody's book. Just the idea of taking, a couple hundred backers and God willing more, right? Because that's the whole idea. You want to get as many backers as you possibly can. But going through that list and making sure that each box has what that specific person ordered and having that all correct, it's just very time consuming. It's not rocket science, but it's time consuming. It takes time to do it. It's another full-time job on top of your full-time job. So many props, much respect to anybody out there who's actually creating and making your own products and making, and doing your own fulfillment and shipping out your own packages. I think we do everything but chop down the trees and make the paper ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot of work. So much respect to you guys. Ken says the shipping must be really annoying. Shipping is so annoying. But at the same time, it's like, I'm so happy. But at the same time, I wish I had staff. I wish I had a couple of lackeys hanging out in the office that were dependable, that knew how to package and address things, so that way I can do the Lord's work of actually drawing some more stuff instead of spending time making shipping labels. Night Phoenix says your art table looks like my old clipboard I used to draw on. Yeah, I like drawing on this cutting board. I don't know what it is. It's been with me for a long time. It's just that there's all kinds of like really old marker, paint, airbrush. There's so much crap on this thing, but it's old dependable, man. Ken Albury says, I have shipping down to a science. That's good. That's good. It is, however, my least favorite part of the process. Oh, dude, absolutely, man. You want to sit down and create, you want to create, you want to talk with fans, you want to like play around with the characters. You don't want to make shipping labels. That's not what you were born to do. But yeah, no, I'm glad you got it down to a science, though. That takes some stress out for sure. Nate says, yes, crazy annoying. That's what's just a few books. Yeah, I totally agree. When I see like Billy Tucci or Brian over at Coffin, like shipping out there, they have so many books that they're shipping out. Like it actually makes me super happy to see that they have people doing different jobs for them just to make that job tolerable. Just so many books to ship out. I'm over here shipping out like a few hundred at a time, and that's just, it's a lot, dude. I have to do them all now. See, you must do all the jobs. As Ken says, my favorite part is receiving the shipping. Yes, that's the best part. All right, let me see here. I'll add some lines to this piece here. I want to make sure Maurice sees that we're adding some ink to this artwork here. And I'll make sure I don't fall too far behind on the chat here. So. Make sure I give Scribe some little bit of cool lighting over here in the corner. Gotta work up that little corner. Scribe deserves the best. Track lighting for Scribe. Yeah, thankfully, thank God, Cat helps me a lot when it comes to the fulfillment portion of this whole system. And she takes care of all those CSV files, and that stuff is real. Doing paperwork in general is just such a headache for me. Do not like. So whatever I gotta do to get some help around here. So luckily, Kat is a huge help, and her left brain functions a lot better than mine. So super happy about that. See what I mean about this marker? This marker's great. I get it to little skinny spots. It's got that chisel kind of edge to it. I can get big, wide strokes on it. It's like super cool. I never thought that filling in the dark parts would be so good. I used to use when I used to fill the dark areas of a page, the dark areas of an image. I used to use the cheapest marker that I owned. You know, thinking that was like, you know, it's like, fill it in with whatever. You know, it's like the important part is all the little details. You know, but as far as these solid areas go, it's like I wasn't thinking of them as. But dude, it's like having a good marker to fill the dark areas, dude, makes all the difference. Yeah, this one's actually starting to go a little dry, man. But I'll leave it like that for now. I don't need to fill in the whole thing. Let's see. We'll get some eyeball. I bet Nira would like some eyeballs. Here we go. Go a little bit closer. I bet Nira would like to have some eyeballs. Christiane, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, we got your piece coming up next, dude. It's like this is your piece. Glad you're hanging out with us, dude. Yeah, we're gonna spend about like 15, 20 more minutes on this one. Then we're gonna work on Christiane's piece for a little bit. And then let me show you guys again real quick, because I know some people are popping in a little bit after I showed you guys what we were going to be doing for auction tonight. So I've got page 15 from Nira X Dark Seas number 3. So I got a cool action pose here with Nira X and a cool sexy mermaid that she was fighting off in that issue. So I've got this page. I've also got page 4, which I really love, that upside down fight pose with Nira right there. Plus, like her little bent over pose right there. I like that. So we got page 4, and then we've got this piece right here, which is my more exaggerated thick piece. So these are the 3 pieces that are going to be going out tonight. It was kind of an exaggerated She-Hulk that I was going for in that piece. So I guess we'll call it the She-Hulk piece. But in the meantime, let's get some eyeballs on Nira here. I bet she would like to see. I like the fact that we got the little clover tattoo on her. We have a lot of fun coming up with the ideas. Really like it. So we get all caught up. We're going to be doing this all summer, I imagine, because we have a lot of pieces to catch up on. And in between books, in between my book deadlines, like I'll just be working on these pieces, catching up. So that's the plan for over the summer. So in between some of the shows and conventions and stuff like this, I should be pretty much working on all of our catch-up pieces. Yeah, Nira likes to have eyeballs. Can't look around, no eyeballs. I'll get some of these little lines on her face here, and then I'll pop over and see what you guys are up to. I like the expression on her face. Almost there. Nice. There you go. Let me see what you guys are up to over here. Christopher Dehan saying hello to everybody. Very, very cool. Ken says, you mean the sniping? Maurice says, just seeing the art and I have to share that I started to play Arc Raiders and I used the name Scribe. Oh, that's cool. Scribe is honored, my friend. Canabri says, receiving the shipping supplies to us too, getting a newly printed issue after working on it for so long is still awesome every time. Yeah, no, I get super excited. As soon as that UPS truck or FedEx is dropping off, like whatever. Like I love having, because we got a back room next to the behind the studio now, so that's great. And so we've got a shipping table and some shelves that are just for the shipping supplies, and like it's a little bit more organized now. It's not so everything on top of each other, kind of thing. So yeah, I get really excited. I get really excited when things come in from the printer. I get things from the shipping companies and stuff like that. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, man. Christiane says, if the internet holds up. I know, right? Now, last week we did have a little bit of a glitch with the live chat. I hope everybody's in the live chat. If it says top chat on the top of the chat window, I believe everybody that I see here is watching from YouTube. So everybody needs to be on YouTube. Everybody needs to be, if you click on top chat, you'll get a little drop down window and it says live chat. Everybody should be in the live chat. And even with that, we had a little bit of a glitch last time. But that's why I always ask everybody to keep their eyes on the chat, and then we're all keeping an eye on each other too. So we were able to solve the glitch, and we knew exactly who won, because everybody saw it one way, and I actually saw it in a slightly different way, even though we were in the live chat. So there's always a possibility of a glitch, but we'll double check each other, and everything is cool. Everything is so cool. Sometimes it lags and doesn't go through. I hate the lag. Oh my God. Maurice says, hello to Christiane. Very cool. Night Phoenix says, you should add some affiliate links because you just sold me on that big marker. I know, right? I wish I was sponsored by some people. I don't have enough subs yet to monetize my channel. So it's like having some sponsors might be nice. I know. I speak well of all these different markers. It's like, and people pick them up. Adam Hughes was the first person to get me turned on to all the Copic markers. The Copic marker, that was his doing. Here we go. Let me get caught up with the chat, and we'll put some more lines on this here paper. Christiane saying hello to Maurice. Ken says, here's hoping that you catch up So much that you need to check another bag on your way to San Diego Comic Con. Dude, between you and Kevin, we're gonna have like I'm already gonna get help as far as like getting some video footage of our unboxing. We're gonna have an art unboxing at the Committed Comics table. That's gonna blow your mind with the amount of artwork that's gonna be unloaded at San Diego Comic Con. Christiane says, did you plan out all the conventions for the rest of the year? I do have some that are already, we've signed up for them and we're confirmed for them. I do need to put it on my website. I haven't updated my website. So I know that next week we're going to be at Ocean City in Maryland. In June, we are going to be at Heroes Con in Charlotte. And in July, we're going to be at San Diego Comic Con in San Diego. And we're also going to be at Tidewater Comic Con too. Tidewater is our local show, and it's one of the bigger shows that we go to here on the East Coast. I'll try my best to actually get the list up on my webpage, so that way it's easy to just look it up and see what's going on. Hey, some person, glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Awesome. Some person saying hello to everybody. Very cool. Thank you, sir. Ken says, now we just need Tom to get on the shipping organization train. Very cool. Everybody's saying hello. Hello. Some person says, you got enough subs, just need enough watch hours. I thought you needed 1,000 subs. Am I not correct in that? Maybe I heard that at some point and then I just kind of like let it go. So it's just 500 subs. All right. So I need more watch hours. So that means I need to make some more long form videos. Yeah, I'll definitely check. But yeah, that's encouraging, dude. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Kim says, I think Bill will reach his 50 pounds limit with our stuff. When I put everything under the plane except for the original artwork, so I think I got to be really clever with my backpack and with my rolly, because I think it's only going to be original art that belongs to Ken and Kevin. Marie says, wish I could have joined you guys at San Diego. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of video and a lot of pictures. I don't know if we can live stream from the show floor. I haven't been able to in the past because the signal is kind of garbage when you're in there, as far as like trying to actually stream video. But we shall see. And if nothing else, we're definitely going to have a lot of pictures. And we're definitely going to take some video and we'll post it up. So at least we can share the experience with you guys. Very cool. Saying hello. Some person says they lowered it to 500. That's awesome. That's actually fantastic news, dude. I'll find out what the watch hours then are, and then I'll figure things out from there. All right, awesome. That is the good news I wanted to hear. Kevin says, just because you say you will be at San Diego Comic-Con doesn't mean you will be in San Diego anymore. There is the Comic-Con cruise, and now Comic-Con Spain edition. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could do the cruise. And now I want to eat a sub. I know, I'm starting to get hungry too, dude. As one person says, the downside of super chats is YouTube takes a cut. Well, but they all take a cut. All these guys, they take a cut. But if we can even do super chats, that's pretty dope. That'll change like the format of the show a little bit and make it adds a little fun thing to it. And plus the studio can get a little bit more support. So that's actually okay. Night Phoenix says there is a Yasutomo 2mm calligraphy marker. Getting that too. I got to write down all these markers again. I tried. What is the one that I tried? I tried this one. I've been keeping my head low. I haven't been buying anything lately, but I did try these Tombow markers And I really like the way that the tip feels. Like it feels like a brush, but you could press down on it like a felt tip. The only thing that got me bad about it was the fact that the Copic markers, it's not safe with Copic markers. So I was a little sad about that, especially because I actually like the way they feel. But I still got to try those other ones that you were talking about before. I got it written down somewhere around here. There we go. There, a couple more little lines there. Let me grab my other pen. Here we go. Yeah, I like the way her face is coming out. It's good. He's good. He's good. You see, some person says, "Oh yeah, thank you for sharing the link, though. I do appreciate it, but it doesn't leave this room." I'm just kidding. Please subscribe. And for those of you that are subscribed, thank you for being patient. It's like you guys are keeping the lights on in the club while I catch up and while I get more material ready. Actually, you know what? I think I can sort of show you something. I don't know if it'll come out right in the camera. This webcam isn't the best for picking up. Let me see here. Let me get the thing here. There you go. But I started working on. I believe this is one of Ken's pieces. Let me find out real quick. Yeah, this is Ken's Happy New Year piece. Oh, you could sort of see it. So I started working on coloring some of the pieces. I've got a few that need to be colored. I really shouldn't pop them up because they're not censored. But at least this one doesn't have anything to censor on the front. But yeah, I'm having a great time coloring this up. So it's like, I don't know if the focus will be on there or not. You can see the colors popping up there. There you go. There you go, a little bit quicker. There we go. So I am working on coloring our pieces so that way I'll put it up on the club. So, just thank you for putting up with the fact that it's taking longer than expected to get things posted. So yeah, you see me working on it there. It's not quite finished yet. Still got a couple more things to put on there. There we go. Click on that there. Cool. I'll put that away down here real quick here. But yeah, I'll be posting a lot more stuff to the club soon. So yeah, thank you for your patience, everybody who's been supporting and keeping the lights on at the club. And it does help a lot for you guys to support the club because that's how I buy more of these things. That's what I've been using that money for. So between paper and some new pens and things like that, the club money helps a lot with that sort of stuff. Some person says best way to give Bill money. Thank you, good sir. Hey man, without my friend's support, it's like without the two of us, none of this happens. So it's like, so thank you so much. Maurice says, I even have a friend that lives in Vista. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Christiane says, Comic-Con cruise. That sounds awesome. If the boat doesn't move around, I don't know if I could draw on a cruise. That's one of the things that gets me is if it shakes even a little bit, I think that will mess me up. It might be fun to go on a cruise though, just to have fun. That could be a thing. Christiane is how crazy is San Diego. San Diego is in a class of its own. Like take the craziest show, the biggest show that I know of, like domestically is like, I don't know, maybe New York City, at Javits Center. That's a really big show. But even comparing it to New York, San Diego is still just so much bigger. It's like it's in a class of its own. It's hard to compare it to other shows. Kevin says a sub with Nira's green beer. He needs some brats. You're right, Chris. Yeah, the tickets sell so fast for it. They do. I know people that will sit down with like three laptops at the same time, and as soon as the things go on sale, they start tapping right away. And sometimes they miss out. They still miss out. It goes by so quick. So many people sign on at the same time. It's crazy, crazy. A German Nira? Oh, hell yes. Very cool. Agreed. Yeah, 130,000 attendees, and it spills out to nearby hotels and offsite stuff is everywhere downtown. It really is. It takes over downtown. Ken says, when you ink her butt, do you use a felt marker? Exclusively. I mean, nothing. Mystery box. If not before, she will be when she... I was trying to get away from the topic. Oh well, you found out my truth. You know me too well. Colors of the breast. New Year's piece looks sweet. Ah, good dude, good dude. I'm glad you like it. Murray says, no worries, Bill. I'm still trying to get the 3D image worked out for my Christmas Nira. All good, dude. You know, things take time, man. We're not punching out license plates here. So the fact that everybody's patient, everybody's cool with each other, that means the world. You know, that means everything. So it's all good, dude, man. It's like you guys are patient with me, and I'm patient with everybody. Kevin says, let's see, I had to pause that screen you put up. I see some fun-looking images that will be getting color. Well, I can't see the images, but the file names say a lot. It's true. It's true. And now I want to see more of what's on the list. Yeah, I've got it prepped. Like I know which ones I'm coloring next and how to work my way through the line. So it's going to be good. Ken says that's what we did. 2 computers, and each one had a couple monitors with multiple windows open. Dude, it's like your living room looked like the Batcave. Trying to get tickets. But that's what you have to do. It's like crap, dude. It's like there's no other way to do it. It's like so many people sign up all at the same time that you gotta take whatever advantage you can get. All right, let me get a couple little details up in here so that way we know we walk away from this piece. We know that we've got some progress on here. At the old lip hub. I like these old wooden signs kind of thing. Like we're going on an adventure. I don't know what it is, but I really like drawing wood grain. Le pub. It's very therapeutic. I also had the link in the description just in case if anybody would like to support my latest Kickstarter efforts. I've got Zen Bounty Wars number 3. It's a crossover with our very own Nira X Cyber Angel, so I hope everybody will support. I think everybody here that's in the live chat, I think you guys are already supporting. But this is for people that might be watching the episode a little bit later, just to let them know that, hey, we got a Kickstarter. We need some extra support. And even if it's something that you don't normally pick up, or you don't want to pick up the actual issue, like if you guys pick up the digital PDF, it's like a $5 thing, but it would raise our backer count, which is always good. I want to see as many backers as possible on our books, and so I want to make sure that these are growing, and that little bit of help does add up after a while. If I got everybody on my Facebook's list, on my Facebook's list, if I got everybody on my friends list just to buy the digital copy for the $5, that would be huge. That would be a huge thing. It'd be a nice little way to show some support for indie comics and your boy Bill. Make sure he keeps on getting work from First Comics. You don't want Bill to not get no more work from First Comics. Not for $5. All right, I'm almost done with this barrel here, and we're gonna move on to the next piece for the evening. So we got a little bit of work on this one, my friend. So we see she's on the way. Hopefully we'll get a lot more work on her this week. Next one we're going to work on for a little bit, for the last 20 minutes of the episode before we have our auction for the evening. We're going to work on Christy Hand's piece. This is our Valentine's Day Harley. I love it. You know what? I really like the idea of, and I think we mentioned this during the episode when we were drawing this one. I don't know if it would be good to have his teeth. I don't know if I want his teeth in there. We'll just make it a silhouette. His teeth look kind of funny coming out of the shadows like that. It would be funny. But you know what? I know you're out there, Chris. So if you want me to draw his teeth coming out of the shadows, you can let me know in the chat. But in the meantime, I'll start working on her face and making sure we get her some eyeball, get her some premium eyeballs. Here, let me catch up with the chat for. I think I fell behind a little bit. Kevin says, I fear the day when I actually buy San Diego tickets. Dude, I know if I didn't have professional passes to get in because we're working the show, I don't know if I'd make it in. I don't know if I'd be able to. Michael says, how you doing, Michael? Michael says, attended San Diego Comic-Con many years ago. Due to troubles with getting tickets now, I fear I'll never be able to go again. You know, I've got a lot of friends that every single year they make the effort and they're just unable to get the tickets. It's like winning the lottery sometimes with these guys. There's so many people buying tickets all at the same time. Kevin says, wait a second, there's a letter missing from this sign, and I suspect Scribe knows what it should be. Le Pub. It's missing an E. Is it? No, it's not. It's Le Pub. It's got an E. L-E. Le Pub. It's Le Pub. Le Pub is missing an E. I don't know, man. You got me at a disadvantage here. Ken says, I feel like the pub sign needs an axe embedded in it. Oh, that might actually be a good idea. That might be pretty fun. It's that kind of sign. Maurice says, there is so much I want to see in San Diego. It's a bucket list spot. Oh, for sure, dude. I mean, the main show floor by itself is like, I want to say it's like 3 football fields big. It's at least 2, but it's probably 3. It's so, and then upstairs, all the different panels, And like Kevin was saying, it bleeds out into the city. I mean, there's off-site things that are happening constantly. It's like it's crazy how much is happening there. You'd never be able to see it all. That's for sure. You have to pick and choose what you're going to go see. Kevin says, "Well, that may be unless she shaves, then the pube would be missing." Maurice says, and there is a snazzy banana and brownie on the barrel. I know, right? That was from our banana series, our high art banana series. Maurice says, and there. Oh, what am I saying? I thought I clicked on the next one. I was just going to read it twice in a row. Ken says, check out the Kickstarter for Zen Intergalactic Ninja at this link here. Thank you, Ken. I need everybody to share that link out. I need more backers. I need help. We're actually getting into the last week. The campaign ends on the 21st, so we're almost into the last week of the campaign. So this is going to be it. You know, the Cat Mouse also has a variant cover happening. Go check that out. But even if you pick up just the digital PDF, that would be amazing. That would make me super happy. Ken Alberti says, so how do jobs like Bounty Wars work? Are you paid for the work ahead of time, or do you share the profits from the campaign, or both? With every publisher and every job, every gig, it's different. Different people do things in different ways. We're doing a crossover with Zen with my character Nira X, and I've also worked with the co-creators of Zen for the past 30 years. I mean, we know each other very well, so it's a great working relationship. It's not the kind of job where I get paid ahead of time. This is a situation where we're partners and we're doing the campaign together. So there is a page rate. There are expenses that get taken off the top, and those things get taken off the top first, but it all depends, of course, on whether the campaign makes enough money to do that. If it doesn't, then we have to split the money in different ways. But that's the way, and every company does it a little bit different. So I wouldn't take the way that we're doing it as the way that everybody does it. Some jobs are very cut and dry and simple, where it's like people get paid a page rate, regardless. But this is basically a partnership because we have both of our characters in the book together, and this is just the way that we've chosen to do it. So that's the way that's happening. So once the campaign is over, we're part of the expenses that come off the top, just like shipping and packaging and printing and stuff like that, and then it just goes from there. Kevin says, I think that brownie may have something green in it. And that's not helping scribe any. Christiane says, no teeth, just the lips. Oh, his lips. Yeah, I can have like the little silhouette of his lips. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Excellent. I totally agree with you. The teeth was like, I don't know, it wasn't working for me. Kevin says, now I think Bill gets it. Pube. All right, let's see about working on our girl Harley here. Yeah, I am looking forward to San Diego a lot. I'm especially looking forward to it because last year I missed out. I missed out last year. And it's a show that I typically never miss. It's kind of a 2-for-1 special because I go out there and I visit family and friends, and we usually stay for an extra week and all that good stuff. So it's usually a trip that I never miss. So the fact that I had to miss it last year was disappointing. It was sad. Bill was sad. So I'm happy that we've got everything set up. If everything goes according to plan, we'll be there. We'll be there this year. There we go. from me. It wanted to leave. There we go. Make sure we get these couple of lines that will define her face. And then I'll hop back over to the chat and see where you guys are doing. Yay. Got her little expression. Yeah. All right, let's give that pen a little bit of a break. Let it recharge a little bit. Let's see, actually. The tiniest of adjustments. Unhinged. What's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. They say swing by while ink dries. Looking good. Hit the like. Yeah, my friends, please hit the like. I think everybody here is already subscribed, but I definitely need those likes. Thank you for championing me, my friend. I'm over here trying to draw Harley with no likes. Now, you guys are always awesome. I appreciate you guys. So we'll draw her. Let me see. It's 11:51. Got a few more minutes. We're allowed to work before I gotta take a break, and then we'll have a little auction fun. Got some pieces there. It'll give my hand just enough of a rest. I'll take a little food break after the show. I bought some Crunch bars because I'm watching my figure. Take a little TV break. So it's all good. There we go. Get that a few more seconds there. Very cool. Some person saying hello. Mighty Geek, what's up, dude? This looks like Yo-Yo from Flashpoint Batman. A little bit, right? Yeah, I could see that. I was going for a little Harley action. But I see these things. I see these things. Get her with a little ripped up t-shirt. There we go. I like that the batarang that we happened to give her that night happens to be like the Adam West style batarang. It's like the big batarang. Very cool. Michael saying hello. Excellent, excellent. Let's see. Unhinged says, "Oh, he's saying hello to everybody." Excellent, excellent. I love our group, man. You guys are always awesome. Let's see. I got about 5 more minutes before we have to start our auction portion of the evening. I think we got some fun pieces there, but enough time to add just a little bit more to Harley here. There we go. Let's see. Mighty Geek says, but I find it interesting that Martha Wayne became the Joker after Bruce was killed and Thomas became Batman. I like that twist. I like that twist on the story. It was a very fun exercise. Trying to figure out what would happen if things had worked out differently, you know. But that's what I liked about stories like was it Red Sun, where Kal-El's rocket came down in like what, Russia? Was it Russia? Was it Germany? I forget where it was. It was not Smallville, and he ended up becoming a very different person because he didn't have the upbringing, right, from his cool, friendly parents in Smallville. So yeah, I think it's fun playing with those themes. There we go. Make sure Harley is happy here. Ken says, wait, did you say Martha? My mom's name is Martha. Why did you say that name? I know, we should totally stop fighting. Yeah, that scene must have played out so differently in his head when he wrote it. Like, there was actually chuckles in there was chuckles in the theater. I remember that because it was just like, I don't think that was a vibe he was shooting for. It was supposed to be this deep connecting thing. It's like that's the only sad part is when a writer or when a director does something and you know what they were shooting for, and it's just like, oh, it's like. But all that being said, I still enjoyed all those Snyderverse movies. I enjoy them as Elseworld stories, because they are like really dark and edgy, and I do like his visual storytelling style, even though the stories are not like really as solid as they could be. I kind of wish somebody else had written it and he had directed it. Like, yeah, I think it would have been a better project overall. Had like he was trying to go for that Frank Miller, really dark, edgy things. Everything goes sideways, kind of angle to things, but I enjoy them. I enjoy them as Elseworld stories. I don't think James Gunn is bringing things back to canon. I thought that's what they were selling it. Him bringing things back to canon, but he's kind of doing his own thing too. He's doing a very James Gunn style DC, so it's not exactly canon now either. But we'll see what it is. I want to see Jason Momoa as Lobo, because he was literally born to play that. So I would like to see it for that. And we'll see what happens. I got no hard criticisms until I actually see the film. So Mighty Geek says Superman landed in the Soviet Union. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. You know what? Yeah. The hammer and sickle and that imagery and stuff. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, it was cool to see them like turn that theme on its head a little bit. Ken says Snyder's best movie is still Sucker Punch, criminally underrated movie. You know what? With Sucker Punch, when I first saw it, I was actually super mad about it. I was so pissed off because the trailer made it seem like all of the fantastical parts of the movie were actually scenes that happened for real, that they weren't fantasies that the girl was going through. And then I don't know, like some years later, like I started watching it. It's one of my favorite movies. Sucker Punch is one of my favorite movies. Now that I understand what the narrative actually is, I was never mad at the movie. I was mad at the trailer, because the trailer sold it to me as something, and then the movie was something else. But it is one of my favorite movies. It's its own little thing. It's got its own little spot for me. Mighty Geek says Zack Snyder found a soft spot for both Batman and Superman. Martha. Night Phoenix says Sucker Punch is amazing. I know, dude. It totally is. It totally is. It's one of my favorite movies, man. Visually, it's just like it's crazy. And you know what? The little, now that I know what the story is, I'm not actually being led astray by the movie trailer. Knowing the little dark story that she's going through in the asylum, it's like, it's got some layers to it, man. It's got a dark little layer to it. All right, let's look at what we worked on for tonight, and then I'll show you guys what we have. See, we worked on the Easter piece. This is Ken's piece. This is Christopher's piece. We got the Fat 2, the Julie Strain artwork, and she's actually, both of these might actually be done this weekend. Julie Strain for sure. I'm gonna have her finished tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try to finish this one tomorrow too. I want to have a couple pieces that we can knock off the list. That would be awesome. And then we've got the Irish Pub, and then Harley's starting to take shape. So I like where everything's going tonight. I think we did some good progress tonight. I'm glad you guys were hanging out with me, so that way we can catch up on these together. So cool. These are the 3 pieces that we're going to be auctioning off tonight. So the first one is going to be page 15 from Nira X Dark Seas number 3. So I got a cool action pose here with her battling this mermaid chick here in the story. So I hope you guys like this scene. Good hero shot. And then I've also got page 4 from Dark Seas #3 too. So I got Nira's got a cool upside down action scene. I like this pose right here, which is like this is really cool. So I hope you guys like this page. And then the third piece is going to be our thick She-Hulk piece. This one's been waiting for a place to call home. So this will be good. This will be fun. So I'll set these off to the side. We'll auction them off in order. Let me see. Let me pull the camera up just a little bit. Let me set up some things over here because I got to make sure I could jump out in the live chat with you guys, and when I do the countdown, to make sure that we're all on the same page, we all see the same things. We did have a glitch. This is the first time that we found a glitch, and we did some screen caps, so everybody saw exactly what happened. But the glitch was real, and it's like everybody needs to be in first of all in the YouTube chat. Second of all, if you click on top chat up in the top of the chat, just make sure that you have live chat selected. All right, so this is going to be page 15. Let's see, it's 12:05 almost, so we're going to let this go until 12:10. Give it 5 minutes, and then we're going to do a 10-second countdown. And if the countdown gets interrupted, I do stop and just read off what the bids are, and then we continue the countdown all the way down to 000 to mark it as sold. And of course, if you're the winner, it's just a matter of sending a PayPal to, let me see, let me put the thing here, matter of sending a PayPal to my email address here at billmossart@gmail.com. And just make sure you include your mailing address and the short description or whatever the name of the piece that you want. I'm writing it down on the piece, but just to keep me organized, it's all good. Make sure we keep you safe. As Ken says, when Baby takes down that samurai and walks away from the burning temple. No, that's amazing, dude. That's one of my that's one of my favorite visual things ever. Like that scene from the movie. Oh my god, dude. Let's see, Mighty Geek says Sucker Punch is one of those movies that you have to see more than once to get it. And the trailer undersold it. Yeah, the trailer is the only thing I was mad at. That it led me astray, you know? But yeah, I've watched it probably 100 times since then. It's one of my favorite movies since then. All right, Ken Albury in the house with $5. Thanks, dude. Very, very cool. Mighty Geek coming in with 6. Thanks, dude. Michael coming into the house with 50. Thanks, dude. Awesome. Chris Dehan coming back with 55. Just drive 55. You're awesome, man. 55 currently the high hand in the house. We're going till 12:10. So we got 4 minutes left to go. Plenty of time. There we go. Put the page right here. You got that bottom panel with Nero right there. I know the light's kind of shining on it. Funny. There you go. Let's see it. See it a little bit better now. Yeah, I like this page a lot. This is a cool page. And if anybody happens to be watching us from our Facebook channel, just make sure if you would like to bid on any of our auctions in the future, just make sure that you migrate yourself over and come on over to the YouTube channel. It's at youtube.com/BillMossArt. Just to make sure that we're all in the same chat at the same time. Because even being in the same chat, sometimes things will glitch, but we're all keeping an eye on it together, so it's fine. All right, less than 3 minutes left to go. Page 15 from issue 3. Super excited after we finish up the whole campaign for Zen Bounty Wars #3. I'm going to be starting the next Mira X miniseries for Committed Comics. So excited. Mighty Geek says, I believe that any one of us here could have cut a better trailer for Sucker Punch. Thank you for believing in my trailer cutting abilities. You're awesome, dude. But yeah, the trailer came out. I was thinking one thing. I saw the movie, and I don't know, it led me like off in a different spot. It's like I wasn't happy about it. And then seeing the movie again sometime later, I was just like, I like this movie. And then of course I saw it 100 times past that. I'm just like, now that I know the real narrative of the movie and what it's actually trying to get across, like all those scenes, like they hit different. Like once you really know what's going on, it's really cool. I enjoyed it. Now I've got to start. I got to catch up on an episode of Daredevil. And then there's that new animated mall that just came out, which I didn't realize was going to come out this soon. And then there's The Boys just came out on Prime. It's supposed to be their last season. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I only watch TV when I'm too tired to draw. So at the end of the night, that's how I unwind. I started checking out this new show called Mr. In Between. It's an Australian. It sort of reminds me of Breaking Bad a little bit. It's an Australian show. I think there's like 3 seasons of this show out there. And I think it's on Disney of all places. But, just because it's like a Breaking Bad kind of show where it's you're following the exploits of this dude in Australia. He's basically a hitman and just getting into like real just hardcore killing and all this sort of stuff. But he's also a family guy. He's a single dad. And the mix is crazy between these two themes. Night Phoenix says the Boys episodes are really good. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm looking forward to it, dude. I'm looking forward to it. All right, look, it's 12:10. The high hand in the house right now is Chris Dehan with 55. I'm going to go ahead and start the 10-second countdown, which means I'm leaving my software and I'm going into the YouTube chat along with everybody else. So we're in the same chat as I type things in. So here we go with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marking it 000 to mark it as sold. And what do we have? What do we have? Let me scroll up. Let's see what we got here, everybody. I see Michael with a 75 bid, and then I see the 000, and then I see Chris Dehan coming in right after with an 86. Are we all in agreement that this is what happened? All right, I see the 75. Here we go. Then I see a 321. I see the 86 in my software that comes in before the 000. But on the YouTube live chat, this looks like it's Michael's for 75. And then Michael came in later with a 90, but you want it. You want it with the 75, Michael. I want to get a confirmation from everybody. Kevin says, I see Chris with 86 before the 000. Wow, I wonder why this is this little delay is. And Maurice is also saying, I see Chris before the 000. Chris won with 86. Mighty Geek. Mine shows Chris wins. Michael, what do you see, my friend? What do you see on your chat, Michael? We need to see it from Michael. I want to make sure that that everybody sees it the way that you guys see it. I'll take a screen cap of mine so that you see what I see. Overwhelmingly, everybody else sees Chris before. Michael also says Chris before. So, Chris, you are the winner, my friend. Chris Dehan with 86. Thanks, dude. I'm gonna write that down right here. Make sure that we're all good. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm synced up a little bit weird. So let me show you guys, just for the sake of showing you guys what I'm seeing. This is why I have to ask you guys what you're seeing on your end. So here we go. I'm gonna share my screen here real quick. Here we go. I don't know if I could zoom up or not, but let's see. I can scroll up here. You see here, I got the 75, then I got the 000, and then 86 comes in after, but only on mine. Only on mine. Everybody else saw it come in on time, so that's fine. Totally cool. That's okay. We're all keeping an eye. We're all keeping an eye together on the lag. So that's what I love about our group. Everybody's keeping everybody good. Everybody's looking out for each other. It's all good. All good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and write Chris Dehan on this one for 86. Thank you, dude. We'll keep that safe over here, my friend. And we'll set up for the next one. I'm super happy that we all watching each other's back. That's awesome. All right, this is for page 4. Let's see, what time is it? It's 12:15, so this will go till 12:20. We'll give it a good 5 minutes. I'm gonna hop back over here again. Michael says, knew I should have waited for my 75-bit. Let's see, Kevin says, I wonder what suddenly changed. We've never had this prior to last week. No, last week was the first time we've ever had a problem with some delay or a glitch or anything like that. Night Phoenix says, your chat's delayed for some reason. Yeah, I have no idea why, too. I'm even hardwired into, I'm not even on Wi-Fi, I'm hardwired into the router. Christiane says, that's weird though. Yeah, for sure. Tell me about it. So yeah, we'll just have to watch. I'll ask everybody to watch out when we end each thing tonight. We'll all keep an eye on it, and then we'll just make sure that we're all in agreement. If the person that I think wins also agrees that the person who won in your chat is the winner, then of course we've got no quarrels at all. There's no bad situation at all. All right, hopping back over to the regular software over here. I'm back on my screen over here. Okay, so this will be page 4. It'll go till 12:20. We'll give it that 5 minutes. If anybody would like to bid on it, totally cool. And then we'll have the thick She-Hulk piece as our final piece of the evening. And of course, I'll show you a screen. I'll share my screen with you guys too. That way you guys see what it is I'm seeing on this end. It's really weird. It shouldn't be. This is like you said, last week is the first time that it's ever shown weird like that. So weird. But we're all keeping an eye on it, so I'm not worried about it. Michael in the house with 50. Thanks, dude. Luckily, we all listen to each other, so it's totally cool. We'll get around the glitch. Hopefully, they'll fix the glitch so we don't have to like keep such a sharp eye on it. It is weird that it's delayed like that. It makes sniping at the end like kind of precarious. sure you can see as much of the page as you can. All right, a little less than 2 minutes left to go on this one, and then we'll go on to our final item of the evening. Ken, that cosplay that you sent, that dude's awesome. The boys, he's actually on theme for tonight. Hey, thank you, some person, for sharing that link. That helps out so much, making sure that it's everybody can find that easily. So yeah, our Kickstarter, we're almost into the last week of our Kickstarter. So I'm hoping people will see that link and give us a little bit of support. That would be awesome. And there's my webpage. I'll do my best to update the webpage. I have been asked quite a few times about what shows I might be attending, and hopefully there's a show that's close to one of you guys. So that'll be awesome. So I'll try to update my show appearance thing on there, so that way that's a little bit more current. Because that would be nice if things were current, actually working. All right, Michael with the high hand in the house for page 4. Awesome. It is 12:20, so I am going to hop out again. I'm in the chat with you guys now. So, starting with the countdown, starting with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marking it 000 to mark it as sold, and it is sold. All right, I didn't see anything else pop up, so I am very confident that Michael is the winner of this bid. Thank you, Michael. I'm gonna write down Michael right here. Please, everybody, congratulate Michael. That's awesome. I want to make sure I put your name on this piece. This one is yours. Please, everybody, congratulate Michael for a good bid. Thank you, dude. And I'm going to set this off to the side here. Very cool. Maurice says, congrats. Excellent. Night Phoenix says, congrats, Michael. Excellent bid, my friend. You got a good deal on this one. This is awesome. This is what Saturdays are all about, my friends. All right, we've got thick She-Hulk going on. You know what? I didn't remember that I actually did give her green eyes in the piece. Pretty cool. I like the touch. I like the little bit of touch here. I'm going to write down She-Hulk here. Let's see, what time is it now? It's 12:21. I think we can let this go till 12:25. That'll give us 5 minutes or so. Michael says, thank you. I'd like to thank my... And the award for bidding goes to Michael. Thank you very much. Very cool, dude. Chris Dehan in the house with $2. Thank you, dude. We'll let this go until 12:25. So that still gives us less than 4 minutes, almost 3 minutes, something like that. I think that's good. I like doing these exaggerated pieces. They're super fun. Michael in the house with $10 bid. Thank you, dude. Ken with a $5 footlong bid. Thanks, Ken. You're beat with the 10, but I like the puns, so I'm gonna write that down. I respect it. Gotta respect the puns. Christy Hand in the house with 13. Thank you, dude. Some person says a realistic She-Hulk, her underwear ripped off as she is transformed. That'd be slightly painful too. You can't tell me it wouldn't hurt a little bit. All right, less than 2 minutes left to go. Michael in the house with 25. Thanks, dude. Night Phoenix. I like to use this one bill 30 bid. Thanks, dude. Michael says, I do puns, but I can't type fast enough. It's all good, dude. It's all good. Chris Dehan with 33. Thanks, dude. Less than a minute left to go. Some person says, Bruce Banner, you wouldn't want me angry. Hold on, got to take my pants off. Pants are expensive. Michael in with 38. Thanks, dude. Current high hand in the house. Christy Hand with 40. Thanks, dude. All right, jumping out into the pop-out chat now. Oh, Night Phoenix is in for 45. Thanks, dude. Oh, Michael, just a little bit too late with the 45. Night Phoenix came in first. All right, we're going to start that 10-second countdown. We'll all keep our eyes on it. 9, 8, 7, 6. Kevin says, She-Hulk, I can't even figure out what's happened to my panties. All right, continuing to count down from 6. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marking it sold at 000, and it is sold. All right, scrolling up, I see a bid by Michael for 50. Night Phoenix coming in with 125. Okay, what does everybody else see? I see Night Phoenix winning this with 125. What does everybody else see in our watching from the sky? Night Phoenix for 125. Yeah, Mystery Box says, whoa. Maurice says, congrats to Night Phoenix. I believe, Nate, I believe you're the winner, dude. With 125. Do we see anything different? We want to make sure that this is correctamundo. Kevin says, you're lucky there. Last second can be problematic. Congrats to Night. Excellent. That was an unexpected jump from Michael. Yes, yes, yes. Night Phoenix says, we about to make it out the hood on this one, Bill. Perfect, dude. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are awesome. Some person says, fun fact, She-Hulk fucked the Juggernaut. It's canon. It is canon. Unhinged says 125. Yes, yes, yes. Wins. Very, very good. Very good. Thank you, everybody, for keeping an eye on the chat to make sure that we don't get those little glitches or delays or anything like that. Night Phoenix with 125. You're awesome, dude. All right, I'm going to put that on the back here. Make sure you're all good. Excellent. I'll put that on the back here so that way we know everything's cool. All right, let me put up our bounty for the evening. got a lot of good stuff here. Got a lot of good stuff here. There we go. Got Nira. Got some She-Hulk. Very, very cool. Thank you, everybody, for helping me keep an eye on the chat. Make sure that the winner is the winner. I think she was his lawyer at the time. That's funny. Kevin says that must have been hate sex. I wonder, did it register on the Richter scale? Right? Night Phoenix says she won't be She-Hulk when I'm done with her. Man, well, please, everybody, congratulate Night Phoenix. That was excellent bidding. That was dropping the mic at the end. So please, everybody, congratulate Night Phoenix for that. That's awesome. We got a lot of work done tonight on catching up. Got some work done on Harley tonight. Got some work on Nira X at the pub. Got a little bit of Julie Strain left to finish on. We got some Easter happening here with the aliens. Very, very cool. Night Phoenix says, thanks, guys. Awesome, awesome. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Michael says paid. Hopefully it goes through this time. You know what? Everything went through. Like when I messaged you about it, it like went through the very next day, and then you messaged me back, and it was just every once in a while PayPal does that. It's not a problem. Everything is totally cool. I'm sure it's 100% fine. Thank you so much, Michael. Oop. I didn't mean to. I meant to take that off the screen. There we go. Now we can take that off the screen. Cool. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me for another really, really fun Saturday night. This was a lot of fun. Let me look at my calendar. I got to see if next week I'm going to be in Ocean City. I'm going to be in Ocean City doing a Comic-Con in Ocean City. So we're not going to be here on Saturday. So that means we're going to be here the following Saturday, and then we'll do this all again. Oh, Michael says, I think I probably did not confirm. Okay. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. But yeah, we know that's a thing. So that's totally cool. I'm sure it'll go through just fine. Thank you so much, Michael. Christopher says, awesome stream. Thank you, Christopher. You guys are awesome. I'm glad that you guys come out and hang out with me every Saturday. It's a lot of fun. Remember that next Saturday I won't be here. We're going to be in Ocean City doing a Comic-Con. We'll be back the following week, and we'll do this all again. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we got some TV to watch. You got some shows to watch. I don't know what you guys are going to be watching, but hopefully we'll catch up on the next episode. We'll figure out what everybody's doing. Oh no, here it is, the aftermath in She-Hulk 11. Thank you, some person. Everybody needs to see it. Marie says seeing your Alien piece. I just read that Peter Dinklage is joining Aliens Earth season 2. That'll be interesting. I want to see that. I saw season 1. I enjoyed it. It's different. It's definitely different, but I want to see where they go with it. So, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play us all out of here. Thank you so much again for hanging out, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Stay safe, and good night. I don't have like an Excelsior. I don't know. I don't have like a catchphrase at the end. So I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Good night, Seattle.